This is Ryan with Lab 8, I believe, with the isolation of casein. This one actually was kind of fun. So basically I use the dry milk sample, and on my chart, see, the mass of the cup was 1.8 grams. And then we did the mass of the cup and the milk, and it was 11.71 grams. Mass of the milk was 9.9. The pH of the milk was pretty basic. It was a 6. But once I started to add the vinegar, it became a 3. So it started to get really acidic. And you could tell that it was starting to clump and starting to curdle. The mass of the paper, the filter paper, was 1.27 grams. And then the casein in the filter paper, after it let it set a day, was 1.80 grams. The mass of the casein itself was 53 grams, or 0.53 grams, and the percentage itself was 10.10%. Then after I did that, well, here is the casein in itself. You can already tell the thing is hardened, and you can see where it's already molded, all the milk. So that worked really well, and that actually sat for 2 days. Yesterday it still looked kind of normal. It was harder, but it definitely did not look like this. So then I did it a second time, but I decided to use half and half. Half and half I don't think was my best of choice. It was really heavy in the cream and did not casein very well. So the mass of the cup was the same, but then it was heavier. Since half and half is a heavier milk, so it was 13.47 grams. The mass of the milk was heavier, 11.65. The acid was still the same, and it still went down to 3 after I added the vinegar. The filter paper was the same. Together, it was still heavier, 2.28 grams. The casein was heavier, 1.01. And the percentage was 8.67%. But this one only sat for a day, but you really can't tell anything. When I poured it into the cup, you could see small clumps. And when I poured it first in here, you could tell that it was curdling a little bit. But just by looking at it in the funnel, you can't tell much. So I would say I probably should have used regular milk, and that might have showed a better curdling or casein process. But that's it for activity 8, or lab 8. Thank you.